Hi everyone, so everybody has been waiting for this video for such a long time. I know it is finally time for the questions and answers video. I got a lot of questions, like 100 to 150. I've got a huge list. I've got like 5 pages of questions, so I'm gonna go through them. I'm gonna go through the ones that I feel like I would like to answer the most. Some of them I haven't answered. Don't be offended if I haven't answered your question. It's purely and simply because I just didn't want to answer it, or I might have just already typed you a message and just answered it, personally to you via comment. So, and by the way, I did do my makeup specifically for this video. I just wanted to do something a little bit wild, a little bit colourful, and I will actually post a link to a picture down below to a dress that inspired me. I was just like looking around online today and I saw this picture of this dress and I was like, wow, that's amazing. So basically we've got blues and whites, purples, pinks, and then we've got the rhinestones and the contoured blush, chic shimmer and all that jazz. So with a very pale nude lip. So yeah, just a little bit something spunky, a little bit fun, a little bit out there. Oh yeah, and by the way, my lashes are so super long. They're like crazy long. They're 113s by Ardell. Should get them. They're very, very doll-like. Okay, so let's get this started. I don't want to be dragging this out because there are a lot of questions to answer and I am going to do more than 20. Okay, how tall are you? 5'5". How old are you? 24 and roughly a half. What's your favourite colour? Blue. Are you religious? No. What type of music do you like? Anything from Counting Crows and Hootie and the Blowfish, which are my 2 favourite bands, to Jesus, country, Marilyn Manson, bloody pop stuff like Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears, stuff like that. And then I also like my sort of way out weird stuff. I don't know if any of you listen to Black. I love Black. And strange instrumental stuff and classical piano and all that jazz. What sort of style do you go for in clothes and shoes? I go for anything that I like. I'm not a person who really follows trends very much. I like to follow trends in my mind. I'll read magazines. I'm subscribed to Elle magazine, so I'm up on what's trendy, but I don't necessarily have the money or the places to wear the trendy clothes. So I like to just stick with what's comfortable for me, but my style does vary quite a lot. What do you do in your spare time apart from YouTube and getting modified? Well, obviously I work as a stylist, a hairstylist. I also work out a lot. I do boot camp. I will answer that question as well because a lot of people are like, "Ooh, boot camp, what's that all about?" So I work out. I just chill out at home with my family, watch TV. We love CSI, NCIS, Criminal Minds, Law and Order, all that sort of thing. So we like to sort of, I don't know, melt into the sofa and watch things like that. What did you want to be when you were little? I wanted to be a marine biologist until my dad said no because it didn't make very good money. So, what made you decide you wanted a career in hairstyling? Well, actually it was my mother because I was in Italy on holiday visiting her and I'd finished my first year of sixth form. I'd done Spanish, Italian, I dropped English lit and I did business studies and I didn't really enjoy it that much, and my best friend and I were like, oh, don't know what we're gonna do. And I was visiting my mother and she was like, oh, can you cut and colour my hair? So, I put a box dye on and took massive big kitchen scissors and like whacked off a couple of inches off her length, and she was like, you know, you should do hairdressing, you're good at it, you enjoy it, and you know, she's like, you can get a job anywhere in the world doing it. And I basically went home and I said to my dad, you know, look, I want to do one apprenticeship in something, I'm not too sure, either business or hair, or I'm not too sure. So I went on 5 job interviews for people looking for an apprentice in business admin, and I got offered all 5 positions, and it was the last interview that really clinched the deal for me that I did not want to be in business administration, and that I would be absolutely bored out of my mind, because in the interview she basically was just like, right, go into that room, close the door, and when the phone rings, answer it. And I was like, okay. And she just like rang that phone, and I mean, you know, I can't remember the name of the company, but I like picked up the phone and I was like, hello, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, good morning, Maxine speaking, how may I help you? And she's like, yeah, right, okay, fine, bye. I put the phone down and was like, you can come out now. And I was just like, oh, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing. Answering the phone, getting tea and coffee, making photocopies and all that crap. And I was just like, nah, no, not me. Not me at all. So yeah, it was basically that. I just didn't want to be in anything boring, and I had had my hair cut previous to my holiday in a salon that my friend went to at the time, and we basically we'd met up after my holiday and walked into the hairdressers, and he was like, he just like leant on the counter and he was like, yeah, can you give her a job because she wants to be a hairdresser? And Julie, who worked there, was like, alright, come in for an interview. So I went in for an interview and she was like, well, I think it was like, she was like, oh, I come in on Saturday and see how you are. So I went in on Saturday, worked the whole day, and she's like, right, if you come in next Saturday, do you reckon you can shampoo hair? And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. So my second day on the job, and I was like shampooing clients' hair, and I was being a junior, typical junior, and the rest is history. I've been in the industry since I was 17. So, you know, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, nearly 25, so nearly 8 years. And I love it. I have to say I love it. So, what are your other goals besides being a makeup artist? I would love to have my own business. I would like to be self-sufficient. I would like to, if I don't have a premises, I would like to at least be a freelance makeup artist, or a freelance stylist, a hairstylist, or both. But definitely, you know, being self-sufficient is my career goal, so to speak. Next question is, do you think you will do this job forever, and are you planning to move on? I'm not planning to move on, but I do not think that I will be in this job forever. I do think that somewhere down the line I will do less of the hair, more of the makeup, and it might become like an even amount of both. Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? I don't think I'll be living in the UK. I do see myself definitely with kids in 10 years' time. What are your life plans? Pretty much just said it there, I think. Self-sufficient in my career. Moved, or at least have travelled. Definitely travelling is definitely on the cards. Seeing different places, meeting different people. Having a family, definitely I want a family. What is the most rewarding experience of your life to date? I don't think I've had the most rewarding experience I can have to date. There's nothing that's been like, you know, the most rewarding. I'm waiting for that. What's your biggest accomplishment in life? I can put a date on this one. The date is the 17th of July 2005. It's a little over 5 years ago when Spencer Tunick came to the UK, came to England, and he requested that people volunteer themselves to be in his art. Now, for those of you who don't know who Spencer Tunick is, please check him out, check his artwork out. He's a very, very well-known photographer who photographs nude people. So yes, my biggest accomplishment was getting my clothes off with another 1,700-ish people and walking around Newcastle upon Tyne in the buff. Yes, I did that, and I'm proud of the fact, and it was an awesome experience, and I would do it again at the drop of a hat, anytime. Will you ever come here to Hong Kong for vacation or to Asia at all? Definitely. I definitely think I will end up in Asia at some point in my life. Not anytime soon. I haven't got the cash. But I would definitely love to travel and to definitely get my ass down to that side of the world. If you could go back in time to any event, what would it be and why? I think that Tudor times, because I love Tudor history. I would love to go back to the Tudor times. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the royal palace, in the court. However, I don't think that I would want to be. I want to be liked by King Henry, but I wouldn't want to be too. How do we put it? Like, yeah, I don't want to be somebody who he, took that much notice of, because I wouldn't want to get my head lobbed off or something like that. If you could